Hi everyone. So again, we are all here again, ready for another knowledge and insights to be learned. So as a sort of review, everyone, we are done tackling nouns and pronouns. And for today, I am about to discuss adjectives. So we are now on the third part of the speeches. So I hope that you will learn again another new information for today's discussion. So again, my name is Miss Ira May R. Sarita. So let's begin this discussion. For my presentation agenda, I am about to discuss the following. The first one, adjectives. The second one, forms of adjectives. The third one, comparison of adjectives. And lastly, orders of modifiers. So let's begin. Okay, first let's define what an adjective is. Or in Filipino term or in Filipino grammar, when we say adjective, this is what we call as pang-uri. So when we define adjective, it says here that an adjectives describe or give information about nouns or pronouns. Or other words may say that an adjectives is a describing word, or in Filipino or in Tagalog, ito ang mga salita na nagbibigay description o naglalarawan sa pangalan, which is the noun. So, through the use of adjectives, we will be able to discuss the qualities or the state of being of a noun or pangalan. So, kadalasan po, ginagamit ang adjectives or pang-uri upang mas bigyang linaw ang isang pangalan or noun. The next one will be, here are the examples of adjective. The first one, the gray dog bark. So the adjective here is the gray. The color gray describes the noun dog. Through the use of this adjective, nalaman natin. We've known na ang kulay pala ng aso ay gray. So through the use of adjective, it emphasizes the qualities or the characteristics of our noun, which is the dog. So that is one of the functions of an adjective. Next one. The next one will be the forms of adjective. So the first form of adjective is what we know as descriptive adjective. When we say descriptive adjective, it denotes quality, state, condition, or appearance. Or in Filipino, when we say descriptive adjective, this is the what we call as palarawan. So when we say descriptive adjective, this is the most commonly used kind or forms of adjective. Why? Because it simply describes the qualities or the characteristics of a noun or a pronoun, such as the smell, the taste, the texture, the appearance, and the shape of a noun or the pronoun. So, naglalarawan po ito or nagsasaad ng hugis, ng kulay, ng anyo at katangian ng pangalan o ng panghalip. So, let's have an example for the descriptive adjective. So, the first and foremost, excellent condition. So, our adjective here is the word excellent. It describes the term condition or the noun condition. Next one, white cloud. So, white will be the descriptive adjective. It describes the noun cloud. So, through the use of this adjective, alam natin, nagkaroon tayo ng idea na okay, ang clouds pala ay color white because it is being emphasized through the use of descriptive adjective. Next one, dangerous trip. So again, our descriptive adjective is dangerous, and then it describes the trip, which is the noun. Next one, tall trees. So the descriptive adjective is tall, and our noun is trees. So it describes the appearance or the physical appearance of the trees. Okay, let's proceed. The next one will be the limiting adjective, or in Filipino, pamilang. When we say limiting adjective, a limiting adjective modifies a noun as to number, quantity, ownership, or identification. From the word itself, from the root word itself, limit. When we say limiting adjective, it helps to define or to limit a noun or a pronoun in a given sentence. So they tell us which one, what kind, how many, or whose. Or simply, it answers the question, which one, what kind, how many, or whose. Or in Filipino, nagsasag po ito ng tiyak o hindi tiyak na bilang. So, we have different types of limiting adjective. The first one is what we know as the, before that, let's have first an example. Two cars, say for example, so it modifies the noun, this is a number, and it modifies the noun car. So this is an example of limiting adjective. The next one will be the third building. So again, this is a limiting adjective, and it modifies our noun, which is the building. The Revilla residence. This is the limiting adjective. It shows ownership. This computer. So this is the limiting adjective that modifies our noun, which is computer. Okay, before we proceed on the next form of adjective, let me explain first what are the different types of limiting adjective. One of the types of limiting adjective is what we call as articles, such as the articles a or a, the article an, and then the article the. So when we say articles, the words the words a, or the words and, these are limiting adjectives. Why? Because it tells us that the speaker or the writer is referring to a specific thing. Say for example, an apple. So through the use of article, we know how many apples do we have. So when we say an apple, so it means that we only have one apple. So another one is the demonstrative adjective. So the demonstrative adjective under the limiting adjective answers the question, which one? Such as this example. This example is what we call as demonstrative adjectives. When we reviewed our past lesson about pronouns, when we say this is an example of a demonstrative pronoun. So here po, this is what we call as demonstrative adjective. Why? Because it tells us which one. So it answers the question, which one? So this refers to the noun, or this modifies or describes the noun computer. The next one will be numbers. So numbers can also be formed or types of limiting adjective. Why? Because it function as a limiting adjective telling us how many, gaano kadami. Since limiting adjective has something to do with limit of the noun and the pronoun. Another one will be both pronouns and nouns can also be called as limiting adjective. Why? Because it answers the question whose. And lastly will be whose can also be considered as possessive pronouns, which is discussed in our previous discussion too. Okay, let's proceed on another forms of adjective. The next one will be the proper adjective. When we say proper adjective, this is a form from the proper noun. So when we say proper noun, it is always capitalized. So on our lessons, on the use of noun, we have the proper and then the common noun. When we say proper noun, these are the specific name of a person, a thing, a place, and so on and so forth. So dito po sa forms of adjectives, we also have proper adjective. Ang proper adjective po ay nanggaling sa proper noun. So na-derive po siya sa proper noun. Proper adjective also describe people, places, things, but they are based on the name. So naka-focus lang po ang proper adjective sa name. So and therefore, since naka-focus siya sa name, the name are written in a capital letter. So say for example, the next one will be American movie. So American here is a proper adjective which modifies the noun movie. Nanggaling po siya sa proper noun na America, which is name of a country. Therefore, American is derived from the proper noun America, which is again name of the country. But here, American is used as a proper adjective. Next one, Chinese restaurant. So it modifies the noun restaurant. Say for example, Chinese is derived from the noun China, which is again another name of a place. Philippine scenery and Korean novella. Next one.